What's up, my kiddos? This class is specifically designed for my kiddos that are ages 3 to 5, but really anybody who wants to work on their jiu-jitsu movement can work on these at home. If this is something fun that you can do as an adult or a big brother or sister to help your little guys at home get them ready for jiu-jitsu. So this is no submissions, always in my minis class, but today we are going to be working on passing the open guard and then getting back control. And so this is just a positional move that, once again, you can do with any size. So I hope you enjoy it, and then come back next week and I'll have another video. Hello, my littles. I hope you're ready to get stretched out. All right, stand nice and tall. Get your arms up, reach for the ceiling, wiggle your fingers. Tippy toes. Stand on your high heels, try and keep your balance. Do your best. Okay, and flat feet. And now I want you to take one hand, reach back, touch your shoulder, use your other hand to grab your elbow, and get a good stretch in your shoulder right here. This is what it should look like. Both arms should be behind your head. Okay, shake it out, other side, reach for your shoulder, grab your elbow, and pull. Shake it out, arm across your chest. Now this arm is reaching as far as it can, and then this one comes up by the elbow and helps it stretch even farther. Shake it out, and other side, reach as far as you can, helper arm comes up, and stretch it out. Good job. Okay, so now we're gonna reach for our toes. Now reach as far as you can. If this is how far you can reach and you've been growing a lot and you're not flexible, that's okay. If you can reach here, then reach there. I want your legs to stand nice and tall and you reach as far as you can. So I can reach my feet, so I'm gonna go ahead and reach all the way down there. But if this is where you are, then that's fine. Just every day try and get a little bit more of a stretch. Okay, now step your feet apart, reach over to one leg. Same thing, try and keep your legs straight and then just reach as far as you can, and every time a little bit farther. So you should be just a little uncomfortable but not hurting. Now walk it over to the other side, reach for that leg. All right, back in the middle, roll it up nice and slow. Okay, now we're gonna keep our feet a little space apart like this, like shoulder width apart. We're gonna put our arms out to the side. We're gonna reach across. I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna reach for my opposite foot. So here I go. Reach across and up. Across and up. There we go. Across, up, across, up. Let's do two more. Across, up, across, up. Good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit on our bottoms now. Butterfly position. Butterfly is like this. I'm going to bring the bottom of my feet together. I'm going to grab them with my hands and pull them close into my body. I'm going to use my elbows to push my knees down. Now some of you guys are so flexible, your knees just fall right to the floor, and that's great. But I am not that flexible, so I have to use my elbows to push my knees down, and then I can feel my hips opening up. Good job. Okay, let's make a space in our legs now, spread them apart, and walk it forward. Reach as far as you can here. Walk it over to one leg. So if this is where you're comfortable, then stretch here for a second. Now I want you to walk it out a tiny bit more, just so you can feel that stretch in the back of your leg. It should just start to feel uncomfortable. And walk it over to the other side. And a little bit farther. And a little bit farther. Let's sit on our base. This is my base. My feet are tucked under my bottom. My knees are wide. I'm gonna sit nice and tall. Now I'm gonna look up. positions. We have base. Make sure that you have a space between your knees. Your feet are tucked under your bottom. This is what I never ever want to see. I don't ever want to see your foot hanging out on the side over here, okay? Now I actually had a student recently almost hurt their leg doing this. So someone went to push them and they couldn't roll over. They started to feel the pain in their leg because they can't roll over their foot. So that's why we have to keep our foot tucked under our bottom so that if I get pushed, I can just fall back and I'll be fine. Okay, all right, so I have a good base, I have good posture, meaning that my back is straight and strong. I have resistance. If someone tries to push me, I'm not just gonna fall down, I'm gonna push back into them. So I'm staying here. This is our good base. Okay, now let's get tall. When we're tall, we want to have our active feet. My toes are turned under so that I can lean back into them. I can drive forward, okay? And I still have my good posture. Base, get tall. Now kickstand, pop out that kickstand. So now I have my knee, my toes back here, and my foot over here, my kickstand. Okay, we use this position for knee on belly, for inside knee packs, for lots of things. I want to be able to balance here. Now show me your movement. Show me how you can move in this position without falling down. There we go. Lean into your knee, lean into your toes, lean into this foot over here. Good job. And base. Now turtle. Now I want everyone's turtle to be really good like mine. I bring my elbows inside my knees. I use my hands on the side of my head. My feet are under my bottom. All of my spaces are closed. Base, get tall, kickstand on the other side, and movement. Let's see your movement. We want to be able to do a good strong kickstand on either side. Good job. All right, now let's see T-Rex. Here's my T-Rex, or my fight stance. I have always a space between my feet. I always have a bend in my legs. My arms are up here like T-Rex arms. They're not out here like woo-woo arms. They're ready to grab, but my elbows are in close to my body. There we go. Now let's see, how does a T-Rex move? He shuffles, that's right. Step and slide, step and slide. I'm not hopping. I'm not jumping. Nice and smooth. Step and slide. The other thing is I'm not bringing my feet together. This is no good, and I'm not especially crossing my feet. Step and slide. So now you can move around in your living room. Go backwards, go forward. Lead with either leg. All right, ready, and base. Get tall. Kickstand. T-Rex. Quick feet. Base. Turtle. Get tall. Kickstand. T-Rex. Quick feet. Freeze. Base. Get tall. Base. Turtle. T-Rex. Quick feet. And freeze. Now we're going to do our sprawls. Okay, I want to make sure that everyone is doing their sprawls properly. I'm here in my fight stance or my T-Rex. When I say sprawl, first you're going to touch with your hands, and then you're going to touch with your hips. Here are my hips. Imagine Batman has a cool belt, right? This is right where his belt is. That's where our hips are. All right, so I'm going to touch with my hands, and then I'm going to touch with my hips. So my legs are going to throw back, and my hips are going to be all the way down to the mat. And my arms are nice and tall, my chest is nice and tall. You can have the choice with your feet, whether you have active toes or you have flat toes. Either one's fine. Pop up. Let's do one more slow one. I'll show you from the front. Hands, hips, nice and tall, and pop up. Okay, T-Rex, quick feet, sprawl, pop up, quick feet, run fast like an ice cream man is outside, and sprawl, pop up, and sprawl, pop up. Let's do two more. Ready, sprawl. Pop up. Quick feet. And sprawl. And pop up. Okay, now we're gonna do back falls. In your T-Rex, what's our number one thing that we protect? That's right, our head. Okay, number two, our arms. We don't wanna say, oh, I'm falling, and we stick our arms out, and we break our arm, or we hurt our wrist, all bad. Okay, so you're here in your T-Rex, you tuck your chin, and you keep your arms way out here. I'm gonna sit in my invisible chair, all the way down, and I do a big slap as I come down, like I'm high-fiving the floor. And then I can come up, and here's my trick for coming up. I tuck one leg back, I lean forward, I can step up with one leg, okay? Let's see it from the side. T-Rex, tuck your chin, arms out, invisible chair, big slap, come up with one leg, okay? T-Rex, now quick feet, back fall, come up, quick feet, back fall, come up, quick feet, back fall. We're gonna do one more, come up, quick feet, and back fall. Good, now stay on your bottom. We're gonna sit in our open guard. Notice that my elbows are inside. I don't have chicken wings, this is no good. My elbows are inside with my little T-Rex arms. My knees are on the outside, okay? Now, we're gonna do the floor is lava. I'm gonna pick up my feet, and I'm gonna hold them for 10. This looks like I'm not working, but all my core muscles, all my tummy is working to keep my legs off the ground. Now you guys help me count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. This might be easy for you guys because you've come to my class a bunch of times and you already know how to do this, but for some people it's really difficult. So if you need to set your feet down for a second, that's okay. Now we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna touch our feet. I'm gonna come in with my hand and touch my opposite foot. So here I'm using my hip to move my leg, and I'm coming through with my arm, so I'm gonna feel it also in my stomach or in my core. And then I'm gonna touch on the opposite side. And I want you to work on keeping your feet off the floor the whole time. All right, ready? The floor is lava, pick them up and touch them for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, come back to your open guard position. All right, ready? We've had a little break, now we're gonna pick them up. We're gonna touch them for 10 again, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. If you guys were really working hard, you should probably feel it in your hips and also probably in your tummy. Okay? If you need to right now, you can take a little break and then we're gonna do a few warm-up drills and technique. Okay, so you've had your break, come back in here now. We're gonna lean back and we're gonna shoot up our hips. Okay, we're gonna do up and outs. Ready? If it helps, you can put your hands on the mat. I want your back and your shoulders flat down, and we're not gonna let our feet touch the floor. So I'm gonna shoot my hips straight up and then out. So they are straight out, they look like they're touching the floor, but I'm not gonna let my feet touch. I'm gonna bring my knees in, up, in, out. Okay, here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to rock up over your head, okay? What I want you to do is shoot your feet up, straight up above your hips. Up and out. Up and out. Up, out, up, out. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to do our crossover sit-ups. These are gonna help us with our hip sweeps. Okay, so I bring my feet up by my bottom and my back and my shoulders are flat. I'm gonna pick a side, I'm gonna come all the way up to my hand. Is this my hand? No, this is my elbow. I wanna come all the way up to my hand and then reach past my opposite knee. Now imagine if you were in class today, I'd be coming around to give you a high five, okay? So you aim for that high five and you come all the way down and then you come up on the other side. All the way posted on your hand and reaching past your knee. All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. There we go. Now make sure that you're not just doing this, okay? That's not it. I want it all the way down and then up on the other side. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we're gonna work on our shrimps. Okay, I'm gonna start right here. My feet are up by my tush. I'm gonna push with my feet, try and stick them to the floor. I'm gonna aim my bottom that way, and I'm gonna aim my hands over here, and my eyes are gonna look at my hands. So as I'm pushing with my hands here, I'm pushing my bottom out the other way. I make sure and look with my eyes so I know which way to face. And I stretch my legs all the way out as far as I can. Now I lay back straight again, and I'm gonna do it on the other side. So now I'm gonna push my bottom over here. My hands are over here, I'm gonna look at my hands all the way out. Okay, do both sides. Let's look around. Push this way, and push this way. Shrimps. Okay, and let's do our forward shoulder rolls. Okay, a lot like a somersault, but rather than rolling over my big noggin, over my big head, I'm gonna roll over my shoulders. So I'm gonna start on my knees, I'm gonna step open my tunnel, and I'm gonna put my arm through my tunnel. Now here's my trick. The closer I put my shoulder and my ear to the floor, the easier it's gonna be. So I'm gonna get way down here. Then I just lift through my tunnel and I use my toes to push my body through. Nice and easy. Let me do one facing you. Here, knee, tunnel, arm through the tunnel, get all the way down, look through your tunnel, use your toes to roll through. Okay, so you can do a few of those. Nice. Okay. Now, let's do our circuit movements. We're gonna start with butt scoots. We have our open guard position like we were doing earlier with my elbows in. I'm gonna bring my feet forward and scoot my butt forward. Sometimes I like to pretend like I'm pulling a rope, and that also helps me to remember to keep my elbows in. Bring your legs forward, scoot your butt forward. What we don't want is chicken wings. We are not chickens. We want to keep our elbows in like a T-Rex. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to do let's do our knees. Okay? Here's my knees, my wrestling shots. One knee down, one knee up. You're going to come down with this knee. As it goes down, this one drags forward, and then I step here. As this one goes down, this one goes forward. Let me show you from side to side here. One knee up, one knee down. Drive in, step. Drive in, and step. Good. Let's get a few of these. Nice. Okay, and let's do our bear crawls. Now, bear crawls are not baby crawls. I'm up on my hands and feet. I'm not down on my knees. Okay, do a few of those. And our last one for our circuit are the hands and hops. I'm going to plant my hands, and I'm gonna pick up my legs and my hips, and I'm gonna hop them all the way to the other side, kind of like I'm doing a cartwheel. So hands, hop. Okay, if you wanna go side to side, you're gonna go like this. Hands and hop, hands and hop, or you can even stay in one place and go back and forth. Hands and hop, come up. Hands and hop, come up. Okay? So do a few of those, and then if you want to get yourself a drink, and then you come back and we'll do our technique together. Hey kiddos, today we are going to work on taking the back, or back control, or sometimes we like to call it backpack, okay? So Caleb is going to sit in an open guard. So let's have you face the camera first. Sit in an open guard, elbows in, feet are on the inside, knees are on the outside, okay? We're keeping still like a good posture, keeping control, and we can move around with our feet, right? Show how you can move with your feet. Like side to side, there we go. Okay, so Caleb's gonna face me. I'm gonna be right here, and notice that I'm in my T-Rex, I'm in my fight stance. If I were to stand up, you probably don't even see me in the video now, I can't even touch his knees or anything. So I'm gonna come nice and low like this, okay? Now he's gonna try and stay in front of me. I'm gonna go side to side. What I wanna do is get to his back in this position, okay? So from here, he's gonna practice just staying in front of me, and he's doing a really good job. If I go this way, he goes that way. If I go this way, he goes that way. He's following me. And notice also that I always do a shuffle. I'm stepping and sliding. I'm not crossing my feet or bringing my feet together, okay? So I want you guys to work a little bit of that. This is a fun little drill. It's practice for the bottom person to work their open guard. And it's practice for the top person to stay in a low fight stance, and also to try and get to the side. Okay, so now, I'm gonna have you stop now. After you've worked on that for a little bit, I want the top person, now I'm gonna pretend like I'm really good at passing the open guard, or Caleb is really bad at following me, okay? So here, I'm gonna just push his knees, and I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna get on the back of him. Let's get over here. There we go, okay. So, I got around to the back, I did a good thing. Now what do? I'm gonna get my seat belt, one over, one under, just like when you're in the car and you have your seat belt come over your shoulder, and then you have one come over your waist, and then they click together. Then my hook, one hook, two hooks. Now look at my hooks. My hooks are my feet. They're just hooked in on his hips, okay? I am not crossing my feet. And also I'm sticking them to him. So even if he wants to take them out, I'm gonna keep them in there nice and tight. So my hooks are tight, my seatbelt is tight, I'm gonna put my head tight to him. Now Caleb, see if you can move around a little bit, and if I stay on there. There we go, that's a good back control. Good. Now it's gonna be Caleb's turn. He's gonna stand up. Okay, now I'm on the bottom and he's gonna stand in front of me. Good. We do this for a little bit. Okay, freeze. And then he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna get to my back. Good, he did a good job. He's gonna sit down. He's gonna get his hooks, hook, hook, seat belt. Good, now see he has one over and one under. So when you've got the back control, I want you to look. See, do you have one arm over? Yes. Do you have one arm under? Yes, that's good. The reason is that if he has two arms under, look, he's not really controlling me, and I can just go like this. If he has two arms over, I can just duck under. Boop, I get away, okay? If he has two arms under, this is actually really good control, and it's okay to do two arms under, but we want to get ready for when we're in the bigger class and we start doing submissions and chokes and stuff, and there's no choke arm, so we want to have always one on top that could be the choking arm, and one on bottom that's the controlling arm. Okay, so he's got his hooks, his head is tight, so we bring your head in nice and tight. His seatbelt is tight, and then I always want you to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he's gonna let me up, and then it'll be my turn again. And now, we do this a little bit, and then when we're ready, stay there. I'm gonna come around the back, seatbelt, hook, hook, everything is tight. And then I want you to get in the habit of counting to 3, because that's how long we have to keep our position to get our points when we get bigger and we start doing competitions. So I get here, 1, 2, 3, and then he'll get up and it'll be his turn. Okay? That gives you something to work on this week. This is totally something that you can do with a big brother or sister, or really anyone of any size, because we're not putting any pressure, and this is something that anyone can work on. All right, see you next week with another video.